YouTube. What am I doing, bro? This is in 2016, baby. This is 2016, baby. What is it? Okay, I literally just said stop. The YouTube. Robertson, hold on. Am I bugging or does that not got? Or does the guy not? Or does that guy not look like the guy who had the? No, he had the Fortnite dance. The what's it called? Hold on. Fortnite dance guy. Guarantee he shows up. Maybe not. Okay, maybe not. I don't remember what the fuck that's called. Hold on. I just really, I literally, yeah, there you go. It's that one. What's it called though? What the? Is that Lacey? Sorry. The YouTube Brabberton Mass Killer. Let me just click it actually. See what it is.
What you want to do is
Shut up. You looked at that kid who had the TikTok dance. The vulnerable. I say kid like he's not fucking older than me. Anyways, let's get back to the video that I clicked to watch. Okay, what the fuck? Okay, I'm not. Yeah, that's. I'm not gooning from the top. Yo, rest in peace. Hold on now.
It's getting crazy out there.
What the fuck's she doing?
That stated, today we'll be once again looking at several cases where gooning ruined people's lives.
Nah, W gooning.
Goons while driving.
What?
Gooning on the job is already risky business, but I'd say in the case of certain jobs, it can be absolutely diabolical if you go through with it. Which brings us to the case of the cop.
He jerked off while you. Come on, bro.
Watching porn. On November 6th, 2024,
you know your ass need help, gang.
Police deputy Tristan McComber was driving along in his squad car southbound on County Road 435.
Can you get fired for that?
And this would be no ordinary patrol.
So you got your whole you got a camera, bro.
He's seen briefly checking his phone, and then out of nowhere, crash. Officer McComber, distracted from checking his phone, rear-ended a civilian motorist.
Oh yeah, come on. How close are you?
School bus.
Oh, yo.
But that's not even the worst part. Frame-by-frame body cam footage analysis reveals, well, he was watching porn on the phone. And possibly even a soccer mom and a bus full of children.
He says, I can't control my horny level.
Stumbling out of his patrol car, bricked up and torqued, McComber, or McCoomer as he's called, clearly embarrassed. He calls for backup and goes to check on the woman that he hit.
Yeah, that fucking sucked. Yeah, I'm good. Hello, ma'am. Are you okay? I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
My brakes locked up.
Thankfully, the woman was unharmed, and she was
Your
actually
brakes?
chill about the whole affair. I don't think she'd be as relaxed if she knew what the cop was up to.
What's he watching though? Put me on.
Out of her Toyota Corolla.
See what you did there.
Darn it.
So backup police would arrive, and of course wanted to know why Officer McCoomer rear-ended this innocent lady. This is an audio recording from that incident of him explaining what he was doing.
I'm over here stroking my dick. I got lotion on my dick right now. I'm just stroking my shit.
The cop actually lied when the colleagues arrived. Officer
Hold on, this is funny.
Supervisors that the woman ahead of him abruptly stopped due to the school
Really,
bus.
bro?
He said the sudden braking caused his brakes to lock up. And
Like,
that's
you know
why
you're
he
on camera,
crashed
right?
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
My brakes locked up.
McCoomer even claimed that his ABS light had been blinking around the time of this occurring. So, you know, he's implying that, oh, my ABS is messed up, and that's why I slammed into the woman.
Joe, what is this dude on?
It was wet out at the time, and
No, I bet it was wet, okay. Sorry.
Nothing would come from this, well, other than the police officer himself.
I can't control my horny level.
But then they pulled the body cam footage.
He wasn't texting before slamming his car into a woman's car. He was looking at
What's up all these news girls being bad as fuck? Look at her. She's fine.
And the body camera video from the crash.
When an official from the
The
sheriff's
body cam
office
video
reviewed the
from the
body
crash.
cam footage, they quickly
Oh yeah, I'm
realized
good.
McCoomer
Confirmed
wasn't
here.
being honest with them. Wet roads and
I'm being a
ABS
news
wasn't
reporter.
the issue here. A quote from the official.
Did he at least come?
Was able to
That was
observe
mad
in the
gay.
top right of the screen that McCoomer was
Cell phone
holding
in
what
his hand.
appears to
You
be
mean a phone?
cell phone in his right hand. Unquote. When questioned about the cell phone usage,
What was he watching,
which
though?
clearly led to the crash, McCoomer admitted he was on his phone, but said that he was only checking a group chat that had other officers in it. The problem with that is, in the footage, there's literally porn on the screen. So are
What's
you
he
saying
watching
that
now?
you and your cop bros have a gooning group chat, Mr.
No, W
McCoomer?
Gooners.
Investigators
Let me get in
got
that
to
bitch.
take a look at this
Sorry.
group chat, and well, they found no such pornographic imagery within it. So the Coomer was lying again.
No,
They
gang.
pressed him again
You're
even
bugging.
harder, and Tristan McCoomer would finally come clean, admitting to not only being on his phone, but also to looking at pornographic material, specifically, quote, like boobs and whatnot. McCoomer would be reprimanded for lying by omission, as investigators confirmed that the main reason for the crash was due to the officer ogling
Fuck, can you go back? Hold on.
graphic images on his phone.
Oh.
McCoomer was also cited for violating other policies, including a general order about using a
He didn't
cell
have his
phone on the job
seatbelt on?
and also not wearing his seatbelt. In January of 2025, Officer McCoomer, now fully exposed as a gooner cop and facing firing, resigned from Lake County, turning his badge in shame. He would join the likes of other gooner police officer extraordinaires, such as the on-duty cop that was in an OnlyFans promotional video. Go watch my other video about gooning if you want to learn about that guy. As for the vehicle that the officer rear-ended, the driver seemed to be uninjured in the body cam footage. So
I'm suing.
no
I'm
big
getting my
deal
bet
there, I
up.
reckon. I'd
I'm getting
imagine
mad
she has
bet
a
up. What?
potential lawsuit against the county, considering
Especially if I
she
knew this
was
dude
hit
was.
by a cop
Hey, come on, I feel.
the sheriff's office did the right thing here and paid for the damage done to her vehicle. Maybe even hopefully gave her a little bit of extra, considering how fucking ridiculous all of this was.
The only thing more dangerous than uncontrolled gooning is unprotected. You'll look in at the really of baby web Surfshark or a bug
Sessions in
incident.
Our next gooner is an individual who became so reckless with his stroking addiction that he frequently became known to goon for extended sessions in extremely crowded public areas. On March 11th, 2022, around 9:30.
Yo, Florida, what's up with you? That's the second one I've seen.
Man and self-described
Hey,
male
Florida, what
model
do you-
Blake Rain decided to put on a show at the Miami Beach Starbucks on Collins Avenue in
Yo,
39th
who's
Street.
recording this,
As
bro?
Blake entered the Starbucks,
Damn, this
he
big
didn't
ass
approach the
Starbucks.
barista and order a coffee. Rather, he leisurely walked over to an American flag that was hanging on the store window, produced his cock and balls, and started jerking off publicly. The man looking rather patriotic as he stroked away.
The man in this video was arrested for lewd and lascivious behavior inside a
Lewd and
Miami Beach
lascivious?
Starbucks.
What are you doing?
A customer records as employees who may not be aware continue calling for orders.
Get the out. It's disgusting.
Apparently,
Bloody
stuff like
disgusting.
this must happen a lot around there, as the baristas are seemingly just going along with their work as if there isn't a guy shooting ropes in their line.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not going near that mo. I'm not risking touching his dick.
Pick up drinks. Thankfully, Alyssa, the woman who's recording,
Shit, hold on, no, I don't blame. Oh my God, ew.
chastising the depraved gooner, and did her best to cock block the guy from his own right hand.
I don't want to ever go back, and it's just, it'll always be in the back of my head.
Though I don't know, he might have actually been
Bang your head.
screamed at by her.
It's disgusting.
This sickening public gooning display by our homeless male model here reportedly lasted about
Yo.
10 minutes. Eventually, Miami Beach
Shut up, talking like you.
officers would
Sorry.
arrive, and they scared the guy off in the process. Officers caught up with him shortly after he fled. He was seen walking southbound on Collins Avenue. And once he saw the police were on his trail, he took off running. Officers gave chase and ended up tasing the fleet-footed masturbator, marking the end of his
I'm not
Starbucks
telling touch him,
stroke
bro.
session.
Video shows police trying to take
Yeah, put your
27
gloves on.
year-old
Yeah,
Blake
yeah,
Rain
you-
into custody. The police report says Rain ran from police He's combative, while police tase him.
Blake was arrested and charged with lewd and lascivious behavior, disorderly conduct in an establishment, and resisting an
Lewd and
without
lascivious
violence. After
behavior.
being
Lewd
taken to the Mount Sinai Medical
and
Center to tend to injuries
lascivious.
from his arrest, Blake Rain was then taken into custody
Lascivious
and arraigned in a
behavior.
court for his bond. Blake
Any
was
presiding
quite
such
nasty
suggested I've
towards
seen
the
or
judge
designed to
and
arrest
almost
sexual
earned
desire,
himself
often in
a
a public or
gag
offensive
order for
manner.
his unhinged
He involves something
behavior
that's
when he
considered
was
immoral
addressing
or
the
indecent and
bench.
can be
The
attributed to
suspect
sexual misconduct, especially
appeared
towards
in front court.
minors.
Rain was argumentative with the judge and tells the judge he works on the beach.
If you don't stop, I'm gonna mute you and you will not be able to speak for the rest of this hearing. Do you understand me?
I mean, who's to say that the guy wouldn't have liked the gag order? He might have been into that kind of thing. In the wake of all of this, Starbucks issued a public statement regarding the Gooner. Once alerted to the customer's behavior, our partners, employees, took action and local authorities were immediately called. We want our stores to be a welcoming environment, and our partners are empowered to address any behavior that doesn't meet our third place policy. In the future, we will be advising police to tase the fuck out of anyone masturbating in our store, unquote. In April 5th of 2022, it was actually found that Blake had other crimes he was facing in the state of New York, so he was a fugitive.
In
and
New
looking
York.
Hey, if you work at a Starbucks in New York or Florida, keep your eyes peeled for this guy, because if you don't,
nothing
he
you
might sneak in
can
and patriotically
do
jerk off
in
in front of
New
everybody.
The
York.
story of the Gooner dog.
Horny
Now
dog.
we advance to one of today's most prolific and shameless gooners. A
But he
medical
like
doctor
put somebody to
whose
sleep,
gross
like, you know, the things he be
proclivities
doing,
led
then
to him
thought them.
regularly walking around
What
naked
the?
in his own medical office in front of female staff. This is Arkansas-based doctor David.
I'm about to say, it better not be another Florida one, man.
Professional with over 25 years of experience, and he's had an interesting career to say the least. The doc is
He's
no
shit, he got
stranger
Dick
to
before
getting in
stars.
trouble. In the past, the physician has been criminally charged for illegally distributing pain medications. And even
How the
had
fuck
his
does he still have a
medical
job?
license suspended back in 2017
Why does he
due
still have a
to
job?
excessively prescribing narcotics. But big fucking deal, though, right? I mean, it sounds like
How does he
your
still have a
average
job?
small town American doctor, you know? Well, I'm not here to talk about the doc because he's passing out perk 30s to anyone who asks him. I'm here because he's in the office with his cock and balls out. You see, Dr.
Okay, that's
David
hey
in the
yo,
past
what am I
has
yo, what am I
described
doing?
himself as a
Oh,
essentially a head-ass way of saying that he's a nudist. The guy at one point even reportedly operated an Instagram page called Naked Dr. Dave, where he would presumably post about his nudist lifestyle. This page was only the start of unsettling things to
fuck,
come.
we're getting
It was the
60
first
likes. Who the fuck was
indication
liking
that
this
there was something
bullshit?
fucky going on with this guy
I'm
behind
trying to get like you,
closed
big bro.
doors.
Damn.
Apparently, he was unclothed. behind
What
doors.
the fuck?
Dave's nude antics first got him in trouble with the Arkansas Medical Board back in January of 2024. Someone reported his nudist Instagram page to the medical board. after several unapparent nude photos had been posted
x.com/naked_day.
there. When confronted about this, he defended himself against the board, stating that as a naturist, he does not, quote, shame, sexualize, fear, or negatively stigmatize the naked body, unquote. He also added that there was no crossover whatsoever with my professionalism while practicing medicine and my naturist activities, unquote. The guy was a proud nudist, and goddamn anyone tried to get between him and being butt, quote, shame, sexualize, fear, or negatively stigmatize the naked body, unquote. He also added that there was no crossover whatsoever with my professionalism while practicing medicine and my naturist activities, unquote. The guy was a proud so defend himself against the board. Anyone try to get between him and being butt-ball naked. But he promised that he wasn't naked at work. That was different. That was a line that he was not willing to cross. Skeptical, but anyone over whatsoever, he does not, quote, shame, sexualize, fear, apparent nude photos of
Hold on.
the Arkansas Medical
Turn some
Board
research.
back in
Pause.
January
That
of
yo.
2024. Someone reported his nude.
Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh, what did I click?
Today we set up our hidden cameras in my.
As many of you all, by doing this, he might have been into that. The Arkansas Medical Board back been posted after
Fuck.
stumbling up clothed behind those doors. Dave's nude antics first got him in trouble with the Arkansas Medical Board back in January of 2024. Someone reported his nudist Instagram page to the medical board.
No, I knew it was good, bro.
Apparent nude photos of him posted there. When confronted about this, he defended himself against the board, stating that as a naturist, he does not, quote, shame, sexualize,
For
fear,
exercise
or negatively
52
stigmatize the naked body, unquote. He also added that there was no crossover whatsoever with my professionalism while practicing medicine and my naturist activities, unquote. The guy was a proud nudist, and goddamn anyone tried to get between him and being butt-ball naked. But he promised that he wasn't naked at work. That was different. That was a line that he was not willing to cross. Skeptical but willing to concede for the time, the medical board decided not to take any action against Dr. David. But this situation was far from over and was only about to get much worse. Around the time of the board ceasing their investigation on the doc, an extremely disturbing piece of surveillance video footage would come to light. A piece of footage that suggested David was lying about not mixing his at-home nudity with on-the-job activities. Coming to light in November of 2024, the footage originally recorded all the way back in 2019 allegedly showed Dr. David sauntering around his medical office in Blytheville, Arkansas, while completely butt-ball naked. The nude practitioner can at one point be seen carelessly conversing with several of his female employees. At one point, the nude doctor even goes to interact with the patient. The guy was very much ingratiating his nudist philosophy into his practice. And it kind of looked like he got a weird kick out of doing this. He was power tripping, you could say. The shocking leaked footage was then provided to the Arkansas Medical Foundation by an anonymous tipster. This tipster claiming that the doctor was a disturbed sex lunatic. They alleged the guy, quote, used the position of power, sexual grooming, and salary increases to groom employees and patients into repulsive sex acts. One possible example of this is a clip allegedly showcasing the doctor performing a sex act directly in front of one of the women, who is said to have not only been a lab technician within the office, but also one of Dr. David's frequent patients. The reported sexual act ended with the nudist doctor actually ejaculating on the woman, allegedly. All of this happening during office hours. When this illicit sexual behavior and gooning was uncovered, the board, who had foolishly let him slide previously, was now all over him. In Dr. David's
over him. Oh, you thought sounds like you're done with a good time, buddy.
The perverse behavior leads to concerns about a sexual compulsive disorder or paraphilia,
which may, in fact, cross boundaries with his delivery of medical care. Simply, the interaction with entanglement in his medical practice. When confronted with the possibility that the
why can't I delete this?
Surveillance
like they used to show delete this shit, man.
Off and being naked in front of staff, the doctor played dumb, saying, quote, I don't know anything about that at all. I would have to
why wouldn't let me delete my Twitch message anymore?
What you're talking about. They promptly would show him, and the Gooner doc finally realized he was fucked. As a result of parading around with his dick and balls out in the doctor's office, the board suspended his medical practice on October 14th, 2024. A hearing for Dave's medical license was scheduled for December of that year, but was postponed. And there's been no new updates that I can find regarding the Gooner doc and when he'll be able to practice again. If you do a medical board license lookup for the state of Arkansas, it still says that the Gooner doc's license is suspended. And we can't forget about the civil lawsuits, as this guy was violating people left and right in that office, allegedly. One civil suit came from a patient named Carol Ballard. She alleged that the man repeatedly tried to engage in sexual acts during examinations over a period of 18 months. These acts allegedly including exposing his genitals, making rude remarks, and participating in indecent physical contact. A legal representative said, Dr. David Defini's actions were intentional, deliberate, and served no legitimate medical purpose.
Yeah,
no
shit, buddy.
To gratify his own sexual desires, abuse his position of trust, and humiliate the plaintiff, Miss Ballard. As a direct and approximate result of these acts, my plaintiff has suffered severe emotional distress, anguish, anxiety, humiliation, loss of sleep, vomiting, physical manifestations of stress, distrust of medical professionals, and other damages that no reasonable person should be expected to endure. Another lawsuit was filed from a plaintiff named Rachel Chandler, who is a nurse practitioner and a former employee. Though she isn't suing Dr. Dave for receiving unwanted glimpses of his penis, it's over unpaid wages. I think there's no way around it. This one is totally a case of gooning ruining your life. For the love of God, put your dick away and just be a doctor, dude.
The car wash foot gooner.
This is a case of a gooner who took his foot fetish to a whole nother level. Loitering around car washes and even hiding under vehicles to catch glimpses of sandal and flip-flop wearing women. On August 29th, 2024, police got a call. And a person claimed a peeping Tom had infiltrated a car wash located in Gilbert, Arizona on Val Vista Drive. Several witnesses reportedly spotted the at-large gooner, and surveillance footage literally showed the unidentified culprit sneaking underneath at least 3 separate vehicles. It was believed he was doing this to goon at the soapy feet of the women who often wore open-toed footwear while they were cleaning their cars. While these women vacuumed and detailed their cars, this voyeuristic vagrant would slide up under their vehicles and enjoy a free foot show for several minutes at a time, likely stroking it and carrying on in ways I don't particularly want to know about. This video in particular shows him emerging from underneath the vehicle when the woman finishes cleaning, and he just acts like he's minding his own business, you know, cleaning and detailing the tire of his own vehicle. This is the incident that actually got the man reported. Another customer saw this bizarre behavior transpiring and later got in touch with the woman he gooned to and told her about it. This news was extremely upsetting to her, so she went to the car wash and asked them to pull the surveillance footage.
Sure enough, going through the video footage, I watched it happen. She was already in the process of calling the cops. He keeps walking.
Oh my God, really?
And you'll see him do that. He's watching to see what she's doing. When we talk to her, she's in the back seat vacuuming her car on that driver's side, and he slips up underneath that front tire. He was out underneath the vehicle for about 5 to 6 minutes, I want to say, and then he slips out and goes to this back passenger tire and is like trying to fiddle with it, making it seem like he's there the entire time.
The car wash foot gooner would later be identified as 28-year-old Jesse Johnson, and on the afternoon of September 24th, 2024, because of his lascivious loitering, he would be arrested. The man facing 3 felony counts of voyeurism and 3 misdemeanors for disorderly conduct. Jesse was held on a $10,000 bond, and if that bond wasn't met, he'd be compelled to wear an ankle monitor, an apt punishment for a professional foot monitor. Unsurprisingly, according to court documents, the reason Jesse did this stuff at car washes was because of an uncontrollable foot fetish, with him even admitting to investigators that he was sexually attracted to women's feet and claiming that he couldn't control his desires. This actually wasn't even his first rodeo in the realm of public foot gooning. In fact, he had been previously cited on numerous occasions for attempting to look at, touch, lick, or come into contact with women's feet. In June of 2016,
taking it again for hiding a gun to car to touch women's.
Cover one of the man's prior exploits.
What?
A case where he and Jesse was cited for hiding underneath a woman's car in a grocery store parking lot, and he attempted to touch her feet. The referenced article indicates that this was Jesse's 4th citation for doing shit like this. Speaking presently, there's no new updates to report regarding this story, but for you ladies out there, next time you take your Camry to the car wash, consider some closed-toed shoes, or at least take a look under your car before you get busy cleaning, because there just might be a gooner under there jerking off.
W gooner.
The tragic story of the beach gooner.
Our next case is one that starts off rather humorous, but quickly becomes disturbing.
No, you gotta do this shit at night. You doing this shit in the broad daylight.
1st of 2021 at a beach on Tybee Island in the state of Georgia. On this day, beachgoer Sarah Moss observed a woman laying on her beach towel in the sand using what appeared to be a vibrator, masturbating publicly.
Sure, why not just do this shit at your crib?
She reported it to police, who would arrive a bit later to investigate the apparent beachfront gooning incident. While she had moved locations by the time they arrived, police found their suspect. at a nearby restaurant that was just off the beach. This woman identified herself as Christina Revels Glick, and when
Christina
confronted about the
Revels
call they
Glick?
received, she suggested that this was all just a big misunderstanding, denying the claim outright and even
To be fair,
expressing
do they
that
got
it may
proof?
have been one of her friends pulling a prank on her. Here's the interaction.
Were you doing something you weren't supposed to be doing?
What?
Like, what were you doing on the beach? Like, prior to coming here? Prior to coming here.
There was nobody. I was just sitting on my tail. Nobody was around me.
Okay, and you were over at the beach?
Like I was near the water.
Near the water?
Yeah.
Okay.
What did I do? What did I do?
So apparently you were masturbating on the beach.
Huh? I'm not gonna lie, cops told me that. I'm like, what?
People.
No, they didn't. That's not true.
Why would they call us that?
Nobody was around. Was it an anonymous call? Is this one of my buddies? Okay, one of my buddies.
No, it's not one of your buddies.
Just one of my. Come on,
Her
buddy.
demeanor switches up after one of the cops asks her to show what's in her bag, and the truth would come out. She was getting freaky on.
Okay, just because it's in a bag, does technically it's not proof.
No.
Is it right if I look through it? I mean, if you can open it and can I see the contents inside the bag?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure. Why would you?
I don't really understand what y'all.
We're just here because someone called and.
Okay, let's say it is in her bag. Let's say she do got a vibrator in her bag. Is that really proof though? No, she could just be saving that bitch for later. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if she going somewhere? I'm just saying. I'm not saying. I'm not trying to defend her, but I'm just saying that doesn't really prove much.
This is really highly offensive to me.
Oh, bitch! Fuck Otter.
Put it in my. I was sitting on the beach, and I just. Okay. Do I get a ticket?
God forbid a stressed out woman play with her coochie on the
Nah,
beach.
fact.
1984, guys. Can't a woman just enjoy herself? With her admitting to vibrating on the beach, she was.
Well, I don't know if I would admit to it. I'm not gonna lie.
In the process of
You have no
of
proof.
Christina
It's only he
trying to
said,
reason
she
with the
said.
police, saying that it only took her about 20 seconds to come, and that she.
Damn, you
didn't
need some
do things
dick. I'm
If
sorry.
nobody saw them, they wouldn't have called, right?
Nobody saw it. Man, please don't do this to me. Are you serious?
You shit on you?
Family saw it. They had kids.
Ooh, yeah,
So
that's not good. That is really not
Christina,
good.
The beach gooner was later charged with
The beach,
indecent
yeah, look at
exposure
that,
and
make it sound like
disorderly
chill.
conduct. She was
The
released from
beach
jail
gooner.
not long after her arrest. I'm unable to find any records documenting a conviction
Now,
related.
W beach schooner.
In fact, I can't actually seem to find any evidence of her attending a court hearing about this. It's possible that they may have just given her a slap on the wrist and dropped the charges, confiscating her vibrator and calling it a day. And well, you've made it through yet another wavy web surf gooner video.
Well, you've made it
Hope
through
you
another
guys
Diorlethemknw
Make sure
video.
to let me know who or what you want me to talk about next down below in the comments
Sorry.
section.
You know what? Talk about yourself. Let me see you. Let me chill. Cool little vid. You know what I'm saying? If you not gonna lie, this vid was not as long as my UDY, but I was channeling that vid. So if you really want to see me, yeah, click that bitch there.